Hello, I'm Christina with The Turned Leg. I love to salvage, repurpose, and create and help others to do the same. And I always have a project in the works. In fact, this thrift video, I'm actually going thrifting because I have a special in-person paint event that's coming up at Plaza Antiques and Collectibles Mall on July 8th, 2023. VIP tickets are on sale now and there's limited quantities, so if they're still available, I'll put the information in the description box below. But I need a piece of furniture to paint for the event. So I went to Ann Arbor to hopefully find a piece of furniture. Come along with me as I thrift Ann Arbor, see what I find, and see if I get that piece I need for the event on July 8th. The first place that we stopped was the Kiwanis thrift store in Ann Arbor, and it's very limited hours, but it's a huge place. This is the first room with just tons of furniture, which was good because that's what I was looking for. I immediately found this piece, which is what I was looking for, but $50 was too high. This piece was $15, but really wasn't anything special. Don't worry, there was lots more to see, including this jewelry cabinet. $60 was a little bit high, but these always sell very well for me when painted. Such a great place for furniture, but I was holding out to see if I could find the piece for my demonstration. This one was gorgeous, a little too ornate. I was not painting a wardrobe or anything as big as this one, but lots of beautiful pieces. Almost got this, but that drawer was completely frozen, would have required a lot of repairs, and I just didn't have the time. I kept looking though, and I did find this beautiful china cabinet. Would be great for someone's home for $200. I also found what I thought might be the piece, this black cabinet, $35. But when I opened it up, it had a huge hole for wires and was just really, really rickety. Check out this cute table that totally distracted me for $15. Little tiny drawers that really weren't. This was $15. Why did I pass it up? I think I was holding out hope for the cabinet of my dreams. Wanted to make sure I had room in the car. So I didn't buy a lot of pieces I should have, like this bench too, for only $8. This was the first time I really noticed they had rugs here. Perhaps they've had them in the past. Great rugs, great prices if you need one. And check out this beautiful bed I found, only $45. I still had lots more furniture to see. I loved that I found one of these. My grandma used to have one. Do you know what it's called? Comment down below. A little surprised by the price tag of $100 though. The next stop was the art section, and I just love what you can find at the thrift store. Like this, made with lighters. At first I thought it was a clock, but no, it's just art. And we are on to the second room. I don't think this video is really going to show you how big this place is and how many rooms there are, but there is everything from musical instruments to clocks. In fact, there were a ton of beautiful clocks. Great prices if you were buying them for your home, including grandmother and grandfather clocks too. This next room also had more furniture, so I continued my search. Really wasn't looking into a desk, but this could work, but for $60, it did have a lot of damage. I thought I had found my piece. Right price, right look. It was beautiful, no repairs, but it was really quite small. So not big enough. I had to pass. They always have a large selection of chairs here too. Lots of cool vintage pieces. Great sturdy chair for $8. Make a great desk chair. Loved this one at $18. This rocker was really cool and narrow, but it was so old that you couldn't rock on it anymore. They also had a selection of vintage trunks. Prices were too high for me to resell, but lots of character on these. You never know where you're going to find your next treasure. I found this vintage pulley over in the garden section. It was coming home with me. Stay tuned to the end of the video to see all of the items that I bring home. And if you are a Michigan fan and you're at this thrift store, there is a whole section dedicated to U of M clothing. All in one spot, lots of great items, and a lot cheaper than retail. I was now in the third room, which besides clothing also has lots of sewing, material, and odds and ends. My grandma had a sewing box just like this one. This one was in much better shape, only $7. If that was not your style, there were also lots of other sewing boxes to choose from, and a huge selection of linens and throws. Lots of good homemade Afghans here. My favorite section is the vintage linens. They always have amazing pieces. I also found a whole bunch of these tiny pieces of art. Loved them. $5 was a little steep, but I had to show you what I found. If you are a book lover, this place has a whole huge book section. I was just looking for vintage books, and then of course I got distracted by even more beautiful clocks. This is the lamp, lighting, and electronics area. Some really cool shades here. Love the little gingham, and I'm a sucker for anything with beads and tassels. I headed back to the first room, which also has a ton of jewelry at really good prices. I was off to Home Goods to see what I could find. Have you ever made yourself a promise, like I'm not going to buy any more of this? Well, that's what I'm feeling for copper lately, and yet I'm finding it everywhere at good prices. I didn't go home with it, but I was spotting a lot of copper that day. The nice thing about this place is even though it's huge, it is crazily well organized. I really appreciate that if you're looking for just the right thing. There's also a vintage section. These prices are very close to the prices I would be selling them in my shop, but they have great items, and some of them are quite a deal if you look. I mean, who doesn't need a doctor's bag? They also had a large collection of these, and prices were anywhere from $5 to $30. Most of the vintage items are taken out of their home goods section, but you can still find some treasures if you look. They also have lots of hardware here at really good prices. The next stop was the Ann Arbor Thrift Shop, small store, but they pack in so many items. You have to walk around a couple of times to see everything. They had a ton of vintage salt and pepper shakers. The prices, though, were very similar to what I would resell them for. My daughter fell in love with so many sets of them, but we had to leave them there. Prices were just too high. I have to say, prices are not normally high at the store at all, so that was a little shocking. I even heard some of the ladies in the front saying that perhaps those salt and pepper shakers were a little high and they needed to mark them down. Items here are priced low and they're such good quality. Also spotted another copper item too. They have a great book section here and usually a lot of good vintage items. I had filled up my cart crazy fast. If this happens to you, they don't really have carts, they have baskets, but they can hold the items up front for you so you can continue shopping. Make sure if you visit, you check all the shelves. Also ask them about the sales. While we were there, all women's shirts were half off. I also had to check out the seasonal section. They do a great job at display here. This lamp was on the bottom shelf. Maybe I should have picked it up for $8, but I'm really trying not to get lamps without shades. What do you think? Did I make a mistake? Now we're going to take a look at what I did find while I was thrifting. Unfortunately, no furniture was found for the event, so I'm still on the hunt for the perfect piece to paint for July 8th, but I think I will find it and I still have some time. Let's see what I found. I didn't find too many treasures. I'm really trying to be careful while I'm thrifting and only get items that will sell. Old books always sell, especially if they're well known. Love these Mark Twain books for only $2. Brass candlesticks are hot in my area and we're selling them as quick as we're bringing them in. These were all 75 cents each. I loved the style of this bowl. I also found even more books and they were between $1 and $2 each depending on where I found them. The one on the Grand Canyon surprised me. It had a paper cover. Once I took the cover off, look at the cover underneath, so pretty, and it was autographed by the author. What a special find. I've been in a pottery kick lately. Love this piece for $2. Wouldn't that be pretty with some flowers? Also found 2 boxes of tiny spoons. They were $1 each. And I love all things rustic. Couldn't pass up the pulley. That was $3, so that was a good deal. Love the red color. Cute little vase for 50 cents. Think it's just glass. And then I saw this cobalt and I didn't realize it was just a pepper container. It was 50 cents. I might just need to keep it for myself because I don't think anyone's just going to want a pepper container, but I think it would be pretty to hold Q-tips or to even be used as a vase in my own house. Signs also sell pretty well if I can get them cheap enough, and these were 50 cents, so definitely pick these up to put into my booth. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't explored a little out of your area for your next thrifting adventure, what are you waiting for? It's always fun to go to different locations and see what you can find, even if you don't find exactly what you're looking for. Now get out there to salvage, repurpose, and create.